Snow coming down pretty heavy out there right now. We've got your back tonight with team coverage to let you know what to expect and to keep you safe if you have to be out on the roads. We start with Storm Team 8 meteorologist Erika Martin. Erika?
Well, Aaron, we've been tracking this snowstorm here for you at Storm Team 8 for the past couple of days, and now here it is working its way across the state. Conditions right now very cold, so enough cold air to support this snowfall. Our capital city, we can see snow all around. Of course, you all know that's my hometown. Now, current temperature in Hartford, 16 degrees, and noticeably the winds are starting to shift out of the north up to 12 miles per hour. That's really important because, of course, we need that cold air at the surface, and that colder air will allow for that snow to stick longer. So this winter storm warning is still in effect until tomorrow afternoon, with the exception of southern New London County. I still think that should be a winter storm warning. The entire state is just too dicey out there to drive around. You don't want to drive out there if you don't have to. Meantime, we bottom out in the 20s, inland 30s for the shoreline. It looks like we will see a changeover through the overnight hours, meaning snow to a wintry mix to some freezing rain by tomorrow morning. Now, our hazardous travel outlook here, I'd say avoid driving if you don't have to go outside. It's certainly not necessary because conditions out there are just really rough. It's very dangerous. We're seeing slippery spots. The DOT has to do what they have to do, so give them that opportunity to do so. Now, Sam is live.
All right, Erika,
in the mobile weather lab.
Like you mentioned a second ago, we're actually out here right now in New Haven, or actually we're driving in East Haven. We're continuing to drive ourselves northbound. Let's take a look outside of what we're actually seeing. First of all, we've seen multiple different car accidents. Another thing we're watching really closely, by the way, we're driving the mobile weather lab, is the temperature. Like Erika said a second ago, the temperatures are going to increase as we move through the rest of the night. About an hour or so ago, when we were up in Wallingford, the temperature was only 13 degrees. Now, as we head ourselves towards Brantford, we're up to 22 degrees, although of course that's cold enough to support snow, and that's what's going to continue to happen over the next handful of hours. Now, the visibility that we're seeing outside right now, listen, it's really not half bad as far as our speed is concerned. We're driving about 40 miles an hour, and so are many of the cars around us. The highways seem to be okay. The back roads seem to be, they're all right. We were coming from New Haven, and we're continuing along I-95 northbound right now. As far as how much snow that we've seen on the side of the road, seems like somewhere in the range of 4 to 5 inches in some spots. Like I said a second ago, already saw a truck that was wrecked on I-91. That truck was, well, going northbound before it was wrecked. A bunch of different cars that we've seen on our travels this evening that were on the sides of the road. So a couple little tips for you as far as snow driving is concerned. Check those windshield wipers, check your headlights and your windshield wiper fluid before you get out and about. The suggestion would be just wait until tomorrow before you do that. But if you want to do that right now, go on over to WXEdge.com. We've got snow driving tips for you. I'll send it back to you in the studio here.